bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
Happy Thursday! How's everyone doing? It's Thursday. You're here for Kathryn Scraps Live. I'm Kathryn. We're scrapping live. The description is in the name. We do it every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time and 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. How are you all doing, Glitter Gang? Happy Thursday. My hands are pink because I have a sunburn and I'm peeling also. So hopefully it's not too visible on camera / you're not grossed out. But that's what happened. So that's why I look so pink. And if you see peeling or anything, that's what's going on. I don't normally have sunburn to deal with. So, because Sunblock and I we are in a committed relationship, you know. We're together. We're besties, but what can you do? What can you do? So, how are all of you? Are you having a good Thursday? Let me go over announcements while you answer that because it's book club announcement time. And also, have any of you seen the TikTok about how car dealerships park cars on the lines instead of between the lines so that all the cars are perfectly spaced apart? Because that makes total sense. We should just do that. I don't know how we make the change at this point. You know, how we get the word out that we should all do it. But yeah, at car dealerships, they park the cars so the car's driver wheels are on the left line. And then all the cars are the exact same distance apart. So, you know, it makes sense. We should just do it. Anyway, okay, book club. Book club is on the last Thursday of every month. This is July now. Happy Canada Day, by the way. July 1st today. July has 5 Thursdays. So, it's the 29th that we'll be talking about these books. And so on the 29th, July 29th, the show's on the 29th is when we'll be talking about these books. Specifically, we'll be talking about The Hating Game, a novel by Sally Thorne. Again, relax. It's an adult contemporary romance. It's not Moby Dick. Calm down. Just calm down with the novelization of things, okay? We know it's a novel. We know it's a novel, okay? No one thinks this is a documentary about 2 people who worked in an office. Just relax. Anyways, relax HarperCollins. That's who needs to relax. So, yeah, The Hating Game, a novel by Sally Thorne. There's the cover. This was one of the losers. So this was the losers, second chance for the losers. So previously we had a second chance for good books that weren't the pick, but they were still good. This month we're doing books that were like last in their month in terms of votes. And The Hating Game was the winner by a very narrow margin. I think it might even have been tied. I don't remember. But either way, it was the winner. So that's that. I also picked the theme for next month. And the theme for next month is books set in Georgia. And how I came upon this theme was I Googled facts about August. And one of the things that came up is that it's National Peach Month. And I was like, ooh, maybe we'll do books with like peaches on the cover. I was thinking of like the Southern Vampire Hunters Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampire Hunters, because it has a peach on the front cover, and I was like, there's got to be other books with peaches. And then I was like, I don't want to do the research on books with peaches on the cover. Books with X thing on the cover is the hardest research I do, for whatever reason. Like, it's much easier to search on any other facet of a book. So these are books set in Georgia. So are they written by people from Georgia? I don't know. I know that they're set in Georgia. So here we go. We have The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee, which is, according to Amazon, a teacher's pick. So teachers like it, if that matters to you. And it is about a young woman who works by day as a maid, and she moonlights as a reporter, and it's in ye olden days. I'm sure there's going to be some like societal commentary related to feminism, wages, etc. And then we have Mama Day by Gloria Naylor, winner of the Lillian Smith Book Award. And this one is, on an island off the coast of Georgia, there's a place where superstition is more potent than any trappings of the modern world. In Willow Springs, the formidable Mama Day uses her powers to heal, but her great niece Coco can't wait to get away. So Coco goes to New York, and it's about her adventures. I think they end up back in Georgia at some point. It said, told from multiple perspectives, Mama Day is equal parts star-crossed love story and generational saga and exploration of the supernatural. So, little bit spooky. That one looks very interesting. And then third is The Night the Lights Went Out by Karen White. So they're questioning whether or not anyone should, in the chat, they're questioning whether or not anyone should vote for The Downstairs Girl because teachers picked it, because teachers are responsible for all the like classics that we hated having to read and analyze in school. So, I mean, fair. Maybe if if it was a librarian pick, maybe that'd be safer. But yeah, if you don't feel safe or comfortable voting for the book because teachers picked it, I can understand that perspective. I can. So just vote for either the Knights. Just vote for. You can always vote for. You can vote for more than one in the poll, by the way. So if there's one book that you're like, I don't care what we read as long as it's not that book, just vote for the other two. It's like, and there you go. So just vote for The Night the Lights Went Out by Karen White or Mama Day by Gloria Naylor. And then The Nights the Light Went Out, I think, is like, this woman, her marriage ends, she goes to a small town, shenanigans ensue, kind of a deal. There might be a murder mystery of some kind. I think it's probably the lightest of the three. So, Gretchen has already read The Night the Lights Went Out, and she said she gave it 4 stars. So did most of the people who read it. They gave it over 4 or 5 stars. So what I did is I found a list of books set in Georgia. I eliminated on Goodreads. And I went, any book that had less than 4 stars, I eliminated immediately. And then of the ones that were left, I eliminated any that had less than 1,000 reviews. And then of the ones that were left, I picked the 3 that I either thought were the most interesting or would be the easiest to get, but that we hadn't read, like I hadn't already read probably. So that's how you end up with The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee, Mama Day by Gloria Naylor, and The Night the Lights Went Out by Karen White. So for those of you who typically have longer hold times at your libraries, these are the August books. And so if you want to put them on hold now so that whichever one wins, you'll already be, 5 weeks into the hold, then, that's why I announced them a month early. So maybe for September, which is back to school, we should just have 3 classics that we had to read in school to see if we read them as adults, we like them better. So we could read like The Lord of the Flies, The Great Gatsby, The Old Man and the Sea, you know, all your typical The Pearl, Tale of Two Cities, or Great Expectations. It's always either A Tale of Two Cities or Great Expectations. Those are the 2, you know. I read both of those in high school. Candy's like already like crying and screaming, and then she's like, no. That was a terrible, whatever. That suggestion is the worst. We don't want it. What if we just pick like school books from like a country, like a different, a not North American or European country. So like maybe not Western. Like what do Japanese school kids have to read? They probably have to read The Great Gatsby too. That book is everywhere, man. That book is everywhere. Oh yeah, Romeo and Juliet and or Hamlet. Those are always the 2. Even though for comedies, 12th Night I think is way more fun. And for tragedies, Hamlet's just really hard to understand. You need so much historical context to really understand what's going on with Hamlet, and I just don't think that in high school they're like providing it as well as they could. Like I remember in college, one of my most favorite classes, like literally in my top 3 classes I took a Shakespeare's Histories and Tragedies that was taught by a like international Shakespeare scholar, and they actually taught the class themselves. And I understood Hamlet for the first time, even though I'd studied it 2 other times in high school. I studied it twice in high school, but it wasn't until that class that I understood it, and that was because we had to read a section of, so the best-selling book in the UK when Hamlet came out was a book King James had written about witches and demons and the occult. And the reason that King James had written this book is because he had some experience when he was just King of Scotland, where he didn't believe witchcraft was real. And so he was very against, as King of Scotland, he was very against like witch trials and like all of that. Like he was very anti all of that. And then he had an experience of some kind with a woman who was alleged to be a witch, but she said she was a good witch. And she eventually got brought in front of King James, and he's like, well, if you're a good witch, prove it. And they had a conversation that no one else overheard. And after that conversation, he believed in witches. But through his relationship with her, he realized that most people who are witches are just like, you know, doing herbal medicine and things like that. And so he wanted people to still stop doing the witch trials, even though his motivation had changed. And so he wrote this book on how to tell if, you know, a witch was a good witch or a bad witch, or if you saw a ghost, if it was like a bad ghost, like a hell ghost, or like if it was an apparition, like an angel from God. Like it was a handbook on how to deal with the supernatural and how to tell what kind of supernatural you're dealing with. And that he hoped if he kind of like made it scientific, then he would stop all of these witch trials and abuses and all these murders and all of that. And of course it ended up totally backfiring because they used his book as like a reason to do even more witch trials and even more abuses. And so obviously it didn't work out. But one of the things that's really important about the fact that this is the best-selling book, the book most people are familiar with at the time Hamlet comes out, is in the book there's a section on if a ghost appears to you at home, like the way to find out if it's a ghost from hell that's been sent to mess you up and like corrupt your soul and get you to do bad stuff and go to hell, versus, you know, it's a good ghost, it's like a heavenly ghost, it's to like improve your life, is you ask 3 questions, and he gives the questions, and then he gives the answers. Like if it's a good ghost, it'll say this, if it's a bad ghost, it'll say that. And so in Hamlet, in the beginning, when the guys are like, hey, we think we saw your dad's ghost, like you should come check it out, and he goes to check it out, and he asks the ghost the questions in the exact order they appear in the book that King James wrote, and the ghost gives like the answers for the bad ghost 3 out of 3 times. So everyone watching Hamlet, when Hamlet was like new, would have known from the very beginning that Hamlet was about to make a big mistake. That Hamlet had decided to align himself with hell. And that he's on this journey of revenge. He knows it. He knows it's wrong. And he is doing it anyway. And so, like, the way it got taught to me in high school is, oh, you know, there's this big question. Is he insane? Is he this? Is he that? Is he what? And it's like, no, that's actually not a question in the book. Like, it may be a question that modern people have reading it. Like, they can't tell if he's insane or if he really saw a ghost or what. But, like, the people watching it in Shakespeare's time, they would have known for sure that he saw a ghost, it was a bad ghost, and he's decided to take the, like, hell path, you know? And after that, I was like, oh my gosh, Hamlet makes so much sense. It's so great. Like, it's a descent. It's not a descent into, like, if he's descending into madness, it's because he's descending into evil, and he's, like, consistently making bad choices, and he knows they're bad. Like, it's really interesting. It's different. If you read it again with, like, that, it's a totally different experience. Anyway, but I didn't get that either of the times I read it in high school. Wow. Okay. Great. Now you know what I think about Hamlet. So I guess we won't read Hamlet in September. How's that? The Iliad and the Odyssey? Oh man. I like the Iliad better than the Odyssey. I think that's an unpopular opinion. I think most people probably prefer the Odyssey. Okay, anyway, that's it. Those are the books. Let's talk about another book. This is volume 2 of the box set album Remastered. And we are on page, are we on page 5? I feel like we did some stuff. Oh, here it is. We did do some stuff. Anyways, okay. All right, so we did okay. So this, we're just going to put photo mats in. We're just going to put 1, 2, 3 photo mats in there. And then that'll finish that off. This one is going right up here. It's done. So now we just have to mat this and make an insert for this, and then we'll be done with this page. So let's start with stamping some photo mats, and then we'll go from there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stamp 6 photo mats in case we want to put photo mats in this for some reason. And then we'll go. So speaking of stamps, I still have not received the sample stamps from the manufacturer, so we're still waiting on that. So, you know, I still don't have a pre-order for the stamps, but, you know, when I do have a pre-order, we'll do a pre-order. So when I do have them, we'll do a pre-order. So, all right, so everyone is here. Let's see, we have Barbara Jean was first to chat. She said, hello, everybody. So glad for YouTube reminders, or else I would have missed this. Hooray for Thursday. Yes, if you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications, then you will get notified when I go live by YouTube itself. And you'll get the notification when I start the pre-show, which is that music that plays at the beginning. And I try to have that going for 15 minutes. That's annoying. All right, I have to get rid of this paper. I'll make a new one. All right, so then Gretchen says, hello out there. Hello, Gretchen. And Mary says, happy July 1st, everyone. Happy Canada Day. So yes, hello and happy Canada Day to all the Canadians. Enjoy. Do you all blow stuff up for your Independence Day? It's an Independence Day, right? Do you all blow stuff up too? Or is that just a thing we do? All right, so that was Mary. Mary says, happy Canada Day. Sandra says, hello, my Glitter Gang sisters. Yes, greetings, Glitter Gang. And happy Thursday, everyone, says Kathryn. And happy Glitter Day, Glitter Gang, says Candy. Melanie says, happy glittery Thursday and Canada Day. Pat says, hi, Kathryn. Happy Glitter Thursday, everyone. Hi to you, Pat. Happy Glitter Thursday to you as well. And then Melanie asked if that was new music. It's not new music, but the only time you're going to hear what the song that played last is if I'm like already sitting at my desk, ready to go, when I have an alarm at 1:45 to remind me to start the pre-show. And usually, like a lot of times, I'll be not in my office, and then that'll go off, and I'll get all my stuff, and I'll go to my office. So like there'll be like 10 minutes of pre-show, you know. So you don't always hear the full pre-show. So that's why today I was like very organized, and I was up here before 1:45. So that's all. I did not actually update the music. I guess I could update the music. We'll see. We'll see if I do that. I probably won't, so don't get excited. All right, so now that I have a new paper, hopefully I won't get any more stamps getting messed up. All right, so let's see. Carol Jones says, happy Thursday, Glitter Gang. Brenda says, hello, everyone. Kimberly also says hi to everyone. Beverly says, good day. She's very fancy. Good day. All right, so then Gretchen, we got caught up to where Gretchen said that she gave The Night the Lights Went Out 4 stars when she read it, but now she's regretting having said that in case everyone hates it. I mean, if everyone hates it, it's not on you because they voted for it. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not your fault if they vote for it. So, okay, so Candy confirms they blow things up too. Yeah. Okay. So good. Have fun blowing stuff up, but blow things up responsibly. Remember, it's still the 100 critical days of summer. So you want to always blow things up responsibly, especially during the 100 critical days of summer. And then we'll be blowing stuff up this weekend. So I don't know if we will be blowing stuff up because we haven't purchased any explosives. So we shall see. We shall see. All right. So this is now done. Is it taped? Yes. Okay, so 2 of them are completely complete. I lost the, what? Where's the, oh, here it is. I was like, I lost the book. Where on earth? That's okay. I found it. I found it. All right, so there's the other one that's completely complete. So I've got my little stack of complete things. By the way, my Kindle Oasis broke again. So I don't even know what they're made out of. Tissue paper, I guess. I've never had so much drama. I was like, I'm not going to get a Kindle Oasis again. I refuse. I'm not going to keep doing this to myself. And then this will just to tell you how lazy I am. I was like, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get the Kobo. There's a Kobo that you you can write on it like paper. And so you can like take notes on the books, or you can just write your own notes. And I was thinking about getting a Remarkable tablet for that reason, so that I could take, you know, my crazy notebooks where I just like randomly jot stuff down, and then I just have like multiple notebooks with ideas that are completely disorganized and not useful. I was thinking about transferring all of that to the Remarkable notebook so I could organize it pretty easily. So then I was like, maybe I'll get this Kobo that's also like a Kindle Oasis plus a Remarkable notebook. And then it was 10 inches and I was like, ooh, that sounds big. Let me see how much it weighs. And I found out it weighs as much as my tablet. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to read for like 3 hours in the pool on something that weighs as much as my tablet. I was like, 398 grams. I was like, I'm already got a beverage. Like, I'm trying to relax, not accidentally do a bicep curl. Like, come on. So I got another Kindle Oasis is the moral of the story. So it's my fourth one. I've gotten 4 Kindle Oasises. I've only bought 2 of them though. So at least I've only paid for 50% of them. All right. Kathryn says she has a Kobo Libra and I love it. Is that the one that I was talking about that you can write on? Beth says, "Oh no, yeah, not me accidentally doing a bicep curl. No, we can't have that. That's not what pool time is for. I'm not trying to work out, okay." All right. So now I'm gonna put these. You can't write on it, but it is waterproof. Okay, well, there was a Kobo that was basically the exact same thing as the Kindle Oasis. It was waterproof. It had the buttons on the side, like it was, but you couldn't write on it. So, and it was 32 gigs. So it was like exactly this. It's clearly no, it meant to be a Kindle Oasis, right? But it was exactly the same price as the Kindle Oasis. Like, and I mean to the penny. And I'm like, I'm not going to go through the drama of switching my entire library over, like pulling the DRM off it and all of that to not save money. Like, you know, because that one is $2.99 plus a chore. And the Oasis is $2.99, but like, I don't have to do anything, you know. So in the end, that's why I have another Oasis. So. Yeah, no one wants to exercise in the pool. Pools are not for exercise, despite what Michael Phelps may want you to believe. All right. So, okay. Here we go. So, here's what I'm thinking. I want to do scraps. So I'm going to kind of keep these on my desk where, you know what, I'll put them over here where you guys can see them. So I'm going to put them over here so I can see them, and then I'm going to go through the scraps. So things that I'm drawn to. This stripe I'm drawn to right off the bat. I'm drawn to the purse. I'm drawn to the blue. These are palm leaves. They're kind of hard to see, but these are palm fronds. So I just wanted something extremely summery. But the palm fronds are like a dark green with a gold glitter. But I think they're a little too dark. That's all. But that's okay. But that's what it is. It's like full on summer palm vibes. But I think my next one is going to be pineapples. I think my next one is going to be some kind of pineapple something. So Gretchen says, I want to pool for exercise because it's the only exercise I like, but I'm out of luck. I do exercise in the pool. So like, I'm just, you know, that does happen occasionally, but like there's times when you want to be exercising in the pool, and there's times when you want to just be reading and drinking your drink and getting some sun while also being in the cool water. And at that point, I don't need my arm getting tired. All right. All right, so what if I do, can I do Eat Sleep Contour? I think Eat Sleep Contour is a little too long. Yeah, too bad. Okay, so we can't do Eat Sleep Contour on the flap. All right. Excuse me. I've been extra sniffly, but like Mr. Lifeguard just changed all the filters and they're like black. So we think that's why. I think the Too Glam to Give a Damn is a little too big also. Now this one, I wonder if I punched it out, if I just covered the whole thing like and made it round. Well, I think that I've been sniffly for the last few days and he changed it today. So I think that they weren't doing their job is what it was. Or can the go boldly too big? Go boldly. Okay. All right, I'm gonna punch this out, maybe. Hopefully I have a punch big enough. If not, I'm gonna have to use a die, and I think I'm gonna have to use a die because this is my 2.5 inch punch and it's not big enough. I mean, it's maybe big enough to punch out like the words and not any of the outside if I like trim, you know, a little bit off. But let's just try and find a circle where I can get some of the black. So let me get a circle die. Circle die. I don't know why that was so growly, but all right. So I'm looking. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, here's my spellbinders. Okay. Spellbinders. Matting. A2. Labels. Labels. Where are all my circles? Oh, here they are. Okay. Why are the circles in the back? They're should be alphabetical. Petite scalloped circle. Classic scallop. Wait, the plain circles aren't with all the, what the heck? Okay, what the, where are my plain? Please don't tell me that they're in the one box I haven't unpacked. Oh, they are, aren't they? Yep. I hate my life. This is from my pegboard. We never put up my pegboards because there's not a wall, because there's too many windows in this room, so there's not really a wall for my pegboard. But these are all lifestyle crafts. These aren't spellbinders. So where on earth did I put all my plain circles? None of these are spellbinders. Okay. All right, so they're not in the last box, but then that's even kind of more of a problem because okay, if I was a circle stamp or a circle die, I mean, where would I be? spellbinders. Gonna go through them one at a time. Large labels. Labels 1. 7, 8, 10, 13, 16, 18, 19, 20, 28. Petite scallop circles. Classic scallop circles. Big scalloped ovals, hearts, scalloped hearts, lacy circles, lacy squares, fall foliage, leaves, ornaments, flourishes. They're not in here. So, that's weird. It's just really weird. It's like I'm missing a bin of dyes somehow. Oh, I'm so stupid. I know where they are. Never mind. I figured it out. I don't want to talk about this. This is all the dies that, remember when I did that class, I think it was like 2019, I did this class on how to make your own embellishments, to make your own kits if all you had was paper from a collection and you didn't have embellishments from a collection. By the way, if you have access to archives, you should totally check that class out. Super, super useful. I think it's like called Making Your Own Kits or something like that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I did it in 2019. I literally have never put away the things that I pulled out for it. So that's why I couldn't find the circles. So cool. Wait, now where's the paper? Oh my gosh. I should just quit crafting. I can't. Okay, so let's see which circle works the best. Okay, so if I want it to be like pretty much right, like if I don't want it to have too much around it, then I would use the second to the largest of the small standard circles. But I think I want it to be a little bit bigger than that. So I think the sweet spot's going to be the second to the largest. Yeah. I'm going to use the second to the largest of the large standard circles. And I'm just going to eyeball it. All right. So the takeaway here is that you should put your stuff away, or else you'll confuse yourself and it'll be stressful. So, all right. Yes, it was the first half of the first part of the Half the Fun album. That's what it was. So it's probably in the Half the Fun album folder. So if you go into the archives, it's probably in the Half the Fun album folder in the archives. Is I did like a class for National Scrapbook Day that year on how to make a kit, make your own embellishments, all that kind of stuff. And then I used that kit and those embellishments in the Half the Fun album. So yeah. All right. The other lesson is don't let past Kathryn handle your stuff. Okay. I use Barbara Jean, what I use for punches is, they're from IKEA. I think they're kitchen towel rails. They work great. I just hooked the punches on them. Okay. So this is how this is going to look. I don't know if I like how much it's going to hang over the edge because it's so much bigger. So I don't think that this is exactly right. So I think I'll just set that aside and not use it. Maybe there's something I can... The Shop Your Stash Workshop. Yes, I think that is what it's called, Kathryn. Thank you for going into archives and finding it. It's in its own folder in the archives. Okay, so then the best way to find it is probably to go into, to just go into the archives and search Shop Your Stash if you want to find it and see how to make all your own embellishments to go with. I designed it for like if you have a paper in your stash but you don't have all the embellishments and you want to make a mini album. That's kind of the idea of how you can do that. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. What if I'm going to use this here? Okay, so like we'll put this in the center. We'll use this. And we'll put it, I'm probably going to punch it smaller and do a black outline. We can put it over the pink lines. Maybe. Let's look in the embellishments and see if there's anything that's jumping out at me that could be like a companion. Actually, totally switching gears. See this is the like shows you what all the cover of the paper pack. I'm gonna cut this out and use it and keep that Salon right in the middle. That's what I'm gonna do. That'll give me kind of the same idea as I wanted with the circle. All right. Okay. So here's the piece. So it's going to go like so. That looks very cute. Perfect. Okay, so now we need something. Still need something to go on there. Actually, this is the right size that I think I could cut it down into a square that would fit on this. So I'm going to try that with this. And I'm just going to use my wire cutter. Okay. So I'm going to put kind of the point of this at the halfway point, so I know how wide I want it to be. So I'm just I put the point there because that's essentially the center of it. Okay, and so now I just need to kind of trim it. And I just trim a little bit at a time because I want to keep it pretty centered. All right. So now I'm going to put that there. Question is, do I like it? I think it's too busy because this is so busy. So I think actually we can't have anything but like maybe just a solid on the flap. So, because I'm going to put that back there. That's okay. This is not too busy. So I'll just put this, I'll put this on the flap. All right, so it's gonna go back here. Yeah, that's cute. So let me cut this. All right, so this will go there. Yeah, that'll be cute. And so now I just need something to go right here. And I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is let's just check what we've got that might be kind of long that maybe we could use. I think we've already used most of the long things already. So yeah, we're kind of out of long things that are long. Yeah, see, this gets cut off at a weird spot. Okay, so what we need to do then is let's just do a little bit of journaling. Okay. All right, so now we're ready to assemble all this. Wait, can we just like stick this? Oh, I think I'm going to stick this on top of this. So I just need something behind it so that when it hangs over the edge, it's not white. I'm just going to grab this pink. All right, here we go. I have a pretty bad thunder and my power company has been like crappy at keeping power happening in our area lately. So if the show just suddenly stops, it's Tico. Just call the Tampa Electric Company and lodge your complaints. All right, so I'm gonna tape bracelet all of these, and then we'll add magnets where we want to add magnets and glue everything down, and then we'll stick everything to the page, and we'll be done with this page. What? Oh wait, no, we won't. We have to make an insert. So we'll do a recording break and make an insert. I got all excited. I was like, yeah, we're done with the page already. Woo! No. False. Yep, I was born during thunderstorm season. By the way, next week, I'm debating if we're going to be having a show. Wait, we're not having a show next week. My bad. I said I was debating we're having a show, right? We're not because it's next week. Thursday is July 8th, which I know you all knew already and had marked down on your calendars as my birthday, which is what it is. So I'm not going to do a show on my birthday. I do not have Florida Power and Light. I actually terribly miss Florida Power and Light because I have TECO, which is Tampa Electric Company, and TECO is so much worse than FPL. And I don't even have the bad Tampa Electric Company because the other one is Duke, energy, I think, and like the Duke people are always complaining on Reddit way more than the Tico people. So I have a feeling like that I actually have the good power company. But I don't think either of the Tampa ones are great. I remember when I had FPL. Well, first, one thing I remember about when we first moved to Miami and first got FPL, they had a deal where you could get a discounted rate per kilowatt hour on your power if they had your permission to turn your HVAC off for 15 minutes at a time to prevent brownouts. And because the HVAC and everything else were on 2 different power grids. And I just remember thinking that was so smart. Like that they had, and I was like, how, you wouldn't even care if your AC went off for 15 minutes. You wouldn't even notice, really. So we did it. And then I remember another thing that happened when they converted a power plant to, I think, hydro or something. They replaced some old power plant with a new hydro plant or something like that. And they're like, yeah, so like here we're giving everyone a permanently reducing how much you pay because the cost of the energy has gone down. And I was like, I've never had a utility do something to save money and then actually like lower my price ever. So that and like my parents have pretty bad power company in Northern Virginia too, one that was like in the news a lot for the Dureco. So I don't know. I mean, Florida Power and Light may be terrible now, I have no idea, but when I had them in Miami, I never had a problem, and they were constantly giving me ways to spend less money on energy. Meanwhile, with Tico, when we signed up to do their energy audit to get their reduced rate, they were all like, well, we're so far behind on that we don't even schedule them anymore. And I was like, that figures. So we're on some kind of like waiting list to get scheduled, I guess. But did bread ever happen? No, bread hasn't happened, but I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried to bread. So I haven't failed to bread either. So I haven't successfully bread or failed to bread. I haven't attempted to bread. Because I cleaned the bread maker and put it away, and now it no longer exists in my head. So, you know, in 6 months I'll remember it maybe and try to bread again. I've just been getting bakery bread and then getting annoyed when it goes bad. So that's, I've just gone back to that. All right, Melanie says that she's going to eat a cupcake next Thursday in celebration of my birthday. So, the week after my birthday, I will do an extra show so that we don't get way behind, because I do want to at least start the Christmas in July project in July. Like, we may not finish it in July because we may not wrap this up in time to realistically do another whole album in July, although there are 5 Thursdays in July, so even though we're missing a show, we're not really missing a show, you know what I mean? But Mr. Lifeguard the following week is going to be out of town on a business trip, so when he's gone, I'll do an extra show one day I'll do an extra 2 hours, you know, some afternoon while he's gone. And at least we can get a little bit caught up. So don't worry. The rain is so loud, I'm wondering if it's hail. So that's always cool. Okay, so I'm going to do a magnet here and here so that this flap kind of holds itself shut, and then I'm going to do a magnet here. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do a magnet here, here, and here. We'll do 3 magnets. All right. Well, we'll do a metal piece on this one. Okay, so I'll do magnet here, and then metal on the flap. The last week, the people next door sold their house and moved out. And so and then the people who bought the house are replacing the roof before they move in. So I had to listen to roofers all last week while I was in my office, which was great. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. That was super califragilisticexpialidocious. And then, while the roofers were over there, I was like, oh man, I should see if they have any tin caps. I was like, I need more tin caps. So we were afraid they were going to leave Mittens, but we haven't seen him since they moved out, so I think they did take him. So I think they took Mittens. All right. All right, now we just glue everything down, and then we'll do recording break and work on an insert. Yeah, I mean, if they had abandoned Mittens, then what we were going to do is we were just going to quarantine him inside until we could find a no-kill shelter to take him. Because we weren't just going to let him, like, roam the neighborhood. Because they did let him in sometimes and feed him sometimes, so he's not totally self-sufficient. I mean, he's very self-sufficient, but I don't think he's completely self-sufficient. So But, yeah, I was not looking forward to having to caretake Mittens, so I'm glad I don't have to. But, yeah, we were a little worried because the day the movers came and packed up all their stuff and we thought they left. And then I saw Mittens on our porch that night, and I was like, oh, those insert word can't say on YouTube. But then they came back the next day, and I haven't seen Mittens since. So I think they just were maybe letting him have one more, like, run around the neighborhood or something while they slept in a hotel or something. I don't know. But they came and got him. So Mittens is gone, which is pretty good because he caused a lot of stress for the poor cats here. The last time I heard the cats screaming, oh man, the thunder is shaking my room. So it's been nice knowing y'all. Now the stream might not end immediately because I do have a what's called an uninterrupted power supply, but which will keeps my computer from crashing if we lose power. And I think the router is hooked up to it as well. And it's just to give me enough time to shut down properly. But what will happen is the lights will go out. So that's how we'll know. All right. So now with this, here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to set this down, and then I'm just going to put this like where I want it. And then I'm going to kind of slide it forward so I can pick them up together. And I didn't do enough pink. So let's see if I can get it just, there we go. All right, I think that's where it's gonna have to go. So what I'll do is I'm gonna just take a pencil and I'm just gonna trace this corner so I know where to put the tape. And I'll put the tape everywhere where there isn't pencil. And that's how I'll stick it. And actually, I'm just going to do glue because it'll just be a little faster if I do glue. Okay. All right, now that they're stuck together, I can peel the tape and stick this on the flap, and then the matting will be done. So I'll do a recording break and we'll make the insert. Cute. Okay. And actually didn't do ink on the back here, so let me just ink it real quick. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So now we've got matting and inserts done on 2 of them, and now we just need to do the last insert, and then we're ready to attach this to the page. So I'm going to do a recording break here, and the next video will be the insert. So for those of you watching in the archives, thank you so much for watching. To continue the project, just click to the next video. And for all of you watching live, nothing's going to change for you. Just hang tight, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Greetings, Glitter Gang. Happy Thursday. It's the second recording of the afternoon show on Thursday, July 1st. We just finished matting the third and final element of page 4. And now we need to work on the insert for it. So we've got these two are already matted and inserted. And so now we just need to do that. Now I did make 3 photo mats earlier. We could always just, you know, stick them in the pocket if we wanted to be lazy bones. Just stick them in like this and move on to the next page. But we could probably also think of something cute to do with them. So I think what we'll do is I'm trying to think of how I could make a little book. I think I'll just do, all right, I've got an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna cut one, I'm trying to think, I want to do, well, I could just make a folder. Ooh. Okay. I got it. I'm just gonna make a folder. So we just need a piece. These are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So it's very loud. So we just need a piece of cardstock that's 6 1/2 by 9. It is rolling and rolling and rolling the thunder of the gray. This is actually just a 12-inch strip that I'm going to score before I cut it in half. Oh, actually, let's do something. Okay, so I'm going to score it at 6, and I'm going to score it at 10 1/2, and I'm going to score it at 1 1/2. So I have this 12-inch piece. Okay, and I scored it at 1 1/2, 6, and 10 1/2. 1 1/2, 6, and 10 1/2. Okay. Actually, just got a little out of my groove here on this one, so I'm just going to kind of press it back into place. And I'm now going to fold all 3 of these. Okay. All right. Now, 2 of them I'm going to put on the inside right here and right here. And then I'm going to punch a decorative edge on this and put a strip of paper on it. And then I'm going to fold it, and it's going to go in the pocket like this. I'm going to put the 3rd one on the back, and this 4th one I'm going to put on the front, this blank one with a 4x6 card on it. And we'll highlight one of the 4x6 cards. Okay? Did you get it? Does that work for you guys? All right. So, what to do on the edge? What to do on the edge? I'm on the edge, the edge, the edge. Well, the question is where? right. All right, I'm just going through my edge punches. Trying to pick one. I'm gonna grab a couple. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this one, okay. This one, unfortunately, the way that it works is it cuts a whole like little band off. But I'm thinking that maybe what I do is I just leave this square, put a like one of the solids from the collection back here, and then put a strip in like white or something, and then we just do it that way. So I'm just going to make this out of the white. Is this the first decorative strip in the whole album? Probably. Probably. So I have this pink I'm going to use. Now I have Edge of Glory stuck in my head, which I did to myself, but it doesn't make it any less stuck. All right. Oh, there are scallopy edges. That's true. So I need, I think this is 6 1/4 by 1 1/4. So there have been scallopy little scallops, the petite scallops. All right, and so that the white will match the photo mats exactly, I'm just going to use a photo mat, and I'm going to just center it on here and cut both sides. Okay. So I'm just going to turn it around to the other side so I have a clean edge. All right, so all right, so now that these are inked, I'm going to glue these to them. Okay. Oh, that's a good tip. Melanie says if you slip a piece of paper under the punch, then cleanup is simpler because you can just dump from, all right, there we go. Okay. Now, this one's a little long, so I'm just going to trim it off. On the long side, alrighty. And I'll just glue these down. Vivian, is it too hard to pick stuff up off your desk? That's the thing I struggle with the most, is picking stuff up. So I have a little hook to help me if I can't pick something up. The buffering could be me. I am dropping some frames. I'm only dropping 0.1% of frames, but I don't have a perfect feed right now. So if you are experiencing some minor trouble, then it's probably me. Oh, the glue gets on your nails. Yeah. Alcohol wipes. Take that off. I keep a bottle of isopropanol and a stack of lint-free nail wipes from OPI to keep my nails clean. And then if they get really bad, like too much for the alcohol wipes to take off, then I scrub them with a nail brush and put a new top coat on, and usually that does it. That's good enough. All right, so that's that, and now I'm gonna I'm gonna take this little girls' night out that's on the pink, By the way, if you do gel nails at home, do any of you do gel nails at home? Because I found the best top coat, hands down, and I've been using OPI, so it's not like I've been using like really cheap stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna add this little girls' night out. I love it so much, I'm gonna buy a Salon refill bottle of it that's got like 8 ounces. That's how much I love it. I'll tell you in a second who it is in case any of you do your own gel nails, because it's so good. It's so good. Okay. All right. Let me get the brand. It's Coupa. Okay. This is the big bottle. But it comes in a normal size bottle as well, but it's Coupa, K-U-P-A, Gelfinity gel top, and I use the base coat too. They are the best gel top coat, base coat I've ever used, and I have used Salon quality products like OPI so it's not like this is like the best gel top coat I've ever seen. In fact, it's so good that when my sister gets her dip nails done, she comes home and puts this over what they put on. So if you do your own gel nails, check it out. You can buy a normal size bottle with the brush and everything. That's just the big bottle that I had in my cart. So, all right. It takes longer to cure. So you got to cure it twice. Like on my lamp, because I have an OPI lamp. On my lamp, I have to cure it twice, but it's not a big deal to cure it twice. Just takes an extra minute, literally. So. The tips for the glue bottles are from a company called Scrap Perfect, and it's just one piece, so it's SCRA Perfect, and you can get them from Amazon. And in the video description, you'll see a link to my Amazon favorites, and I think I have them in my Amazon favorites, so you can get a quick link to see them, so you can search for them. But let me just check to make sure that I have it in my favorites and I'm not just making it up. Okay, I actually don't have it in my favorites. I'm going to add it right now. But it's called the Scrap Perfect No Clog Writing Cap. And I believe it's the medium, but they come in 3 sizes, and on the sizes it says which size, what types of glues it can go on. So like on the listings, it will say which sizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to really quick now put the small one in. Okay, the small one's in my favorites now. So if you go to my favorites, it should be Actually, looks like I can't add it to my favorites from the app. Let me just go to the website and do it. Okay. The no clog writing cap medium is the one I think that we want. So let me just check. And now I'm going to add it. How do I add it to? Okay, here it is. All right, now it's on my favorites. So the medium no clog writing cap is on my favorites. That'll at least show you, so you can search for it on other websites if you don't want to use Amazon, but you can at least see it on Amazon so you know what it looks like. All right, so I'm going to close this. On the front, I'm going to put the blank one. And then on the back, I'm going to put the other photo mat. And then on the front, we'll add one of the cards. All right, so now we just need to put a card on here. I'm going to go with Hello Beautiful. Okay. So let me ink it and stick it down. And then this page will be done. Well, it won't be done because we still have to stick them in the page. But it's mostly done. It's mostly done. You're welcome. All right, so we're starting page 5 when we come back tonight. How exciting for us. How exciting. Ah, love it. Okay. All right, let's get the book. Book. I'm just like waiting for the other shoe to drop with this book because it's just, I feel like this volume has been going so well, and we even added like an extra page and everything. Yeah, I like the ladies in the middle. The only question is, No, I think I like the Salon at the top, almost like it's the sign for this. Okay. I'm going to take the insert out of this. It's just easier to stick it down in the book. Ah! I didn't tape it. I mean, it's not like it's hard. It's just I'm not quite ready. I wasn't quite done. All right, I'm going to work my way up from the bottom. Again, for the ones where the insert really makes it bulge, I'm going to take the insert out before I stick it down so that I know that the back is really laying flat. All right, peeling the tape. This is miracle tape. It's a miracle. For some reason the magnet doesn't catch anymore. That's okay. We'll just have to live with it. So, because I'm not going to fix it. All right. Okay, so let's do a flip through of what we've done so far. So, this is the second volume of a 3-volume box set. It's 15 inches long. In the video description, you'll see a link to the album basics guide so that you can get the measurements if you want to make one of these yourself. It's the box set album Remastered. Okay, so we've got our beautiful card there. Flips out, flips over, flips out, flips over, flips out. Look at all these photos. Flips over, flips out. So like you can tell a story here in the middle, you know. Stick that back down. And then we have these cute little deconstructed envelopes. You can put some wallet photos in there or tiny little scraps. Then we have the first of our photo, expanding photo diamonds. We have another one coming up. Then a photo wallet here to hold a bunch of photos. And up here, another photo wallet that will hold a bunch of photos. And it's on a swivel so you can see the fronts and the backs. So you can put photos on the front and back if you want. Pull this up, deconstruct another envelope. Got a nice stack of photo mats that can go on top. Holds that shut. Flap here says glamorous. This flips down. You can put another photo back here, do some journaling here, and then we've got the insert for the day spa. Another photo on the back. And then the page that we just did. Another photo can go here, journaling here. Our little photo wallet, photo on the back. Then here's our other photo diamond. Room for little photos, little journaling. You can put another little photo on the back if you want. And then great hair doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment. Another place to add photos on photo mats or ephemera or whatever you want, or just have one photo highlighted in there however you want. So when we come back tonight, we'll be doing page C. And page C, I already have everything cut out for page C. So page C has the little tiny deconstructed envelopes. It's got a double-breasted pocket, and it's got another flap down here as well. So when we come back tonight, we'll be matting these, and then if there's time, we'll be working on the inserts for them. So that's tonight's project. I will be back at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time tonight. That is roughly 5 hours from now. So whatever time it is where you are now, just add 5 hours. That's when I'll be back. And we will be working on the next page in volume 2 of the box set album Remastered, which is getting close to being done, you know? It's getting close to being done, so I'm excited. I'm excited. Remember that there is no class next week, which is Thursday, July 8th, because it's my birthday and I'll be doing, I don't know, birthday things. Probably drinking a margarita in the pool, but maybe I'll go out to dinner at a nice place. I don't know. I should probably decide, because if I'm going to the kind of place I'm going to need a reservation, I need to like decide, right? So we'll see what I do. But I will be back tonight though, so this isn't the last show before my mini vacation break for my birthday. I'll be back tonight, don't worry. Don't worry. All right, got all my scraps put away in their tray. So now I'm ready for tonight. So I guess I'll go. Thank you all so much for joining me and so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening. For those of you who are overseas, headed off to dinner or to bed, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Canada Day if you're Canadian. Everyone else, I will see you tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. I'll be back, which is 5 hours from now. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.